Hey, welcome back guys. This is part 15. Yeah, we're at the data scientist and we're going to begin by crafting some roads. Grabbing a few orders, crafting a few more roads, completing one of the orders, then completing a main order and making our way to motherhood. So from data scientist, going to get back on the bike and go into the DHV. We should now be nearby. Yeah, jump in there. We are going to need a lot of materials for these parts coming up where we're going to be building the roads. Yeah, we're going to go down into the restroom first to continue the story slightly. Yeah, first into the restroom. And we're just going to rest. There'll be a little choice coming up as well. And if you get the wrong choice, basically that choice will become greyed out. It'll go back to the choice selection screen and you can choose the next one until you get to the right one. But I'm going to tell you what the answer is anyway. So it's platypus egg. Yeah, choose the top choice platypus egg. Yeah, that's what you need. Yeah, you get a nice little decal for your vehicle. And then what we're going to do next is we want to take out 2,000 ceramics and 2,000 metals. So I'm just checking that vehicle. Yeah, because we are going to need a truck for this. And I want a truck which has hopefully 6 batteries and two sticky cannons on the top. Yeah, but I've got one there. So I'm going to take that one out. Yeah, you want a truck with 6 batteries if you can and 2 sticky cannons. It's not a big deal if you don't. You can craft them yourself, remember. Just they are expensive. So I'm trying to hopefully find one in storage, an online one. Yeah, I'm also going to craft the sneaking boots, which we just unlocked at the data scientist. Yeah, craft sneaking boots. Craft the silenced assault rifle. Yes, craft sneaker boots and silenced assault rifle. You can also craft another tranquilizer sniper rifle as well. Yes, you can equip the sneaking boots because they don't really take up any space. Yeah, put them on, and the silenced rifle and the sniper rifle, just put them in the storage. We'll be getting them back out later. And then you want to put on the AI camo. Yeah, go into customized look and put on AI camo. That will make it so you know them little mines which can explode. They no longer work on you, which is nice. And next we'll take out the materials I mentioned. So in total, for these 3 road pavers we're going to be building here, you're going to need about 4,800 ceramics and about 4,200 metals. So you need quite a lot. But first, we're going to take out 2,000 ceramics and 2,000 metals. Because we're going to do one now, then the other 2 later. Otherwise, you'll not get all that in your vehicle. Yeah, you're not going to get like 9,000 materials at once in your vehicle. So you're going to do one road paver now, come back and do the other 2. So you have 2,000 metals and 2,000 ceramics now in your vehicle. Then we'll come back later, we'll grab another about 2,800 ceramics and about 2,200 metals. Yeah, but it's quite a lot, so I hope you've got plenty of materials. Remember, you can always go back to the mine near the government base if you need more ceramics. Yeah, but right now I'm taking out them because I'm going to put them in the private locker. Yeah, I took out lost cargo for Hartman, North Environmental Observatory, a West Fort Knot inventor. Yeah, the architect as well. If you see any data scientists, yeah, put them in your private locker. We need them a bit later, probably a few videos from now. Basically, the DHV will warp to the motherhood. Then later on from the motherhood, we're going to be doing a long, very long journey in the truck where we drive all the way back to the data scientist, Hartman, architect, North Environmental Observatory, F2 South Depot, the Dowser, then back to Hartman, and then back to data scientist and the motherhood. But of course, because we'll be going to the F2 South Depot, you can leave any cargo there for the inventor or the West Fort Knot. Yeah, so just put them in the private locker ready to take out later. As long as you do not move the DHV, they should still be in there with no penalty when the DHV moves to motherhood a bit later. So yes, we're coming up to this road paver. This is one we actually passed by on the way to the data scientist. So yeah, it's quite expensive. Hopefully for you, it needs a little bit less. I mean, it might need a little bit more. But on all my 3 accounts, it's always been almost exactly the same I've had to contribute, on my 3 accounts. So I'm not quite sure if all the road pavers like this. You know, it only lets you, I mean, it's a bit RNG, but there's a good chance the game will only allow a certain amount of materials to be contributed, but there's a very rare chance that the game can contribute more or even build a road for you. So I'm sure one time I've had a road built, but it's only one time it's happened out of all the roads in the game or across my 3 accounts I've been playing with. So yeah, once you build it, guys, make your way back to DHV. Now we're going to take out materials, ready to do the other 2 roads, and along the way we'll also grab a order, or the 2 orders. It'll be a standard order as well, so we're going to have to change it back to casual difficulty. So yeah, back in DHV, guys, and let's grab the remaining materials. So like I say, we want 2,800 ceramics now, and 2,200 metals, assuming you took out 2,000 of each earlier. Yeah, I mean, if you don't take out enough, you can just come back. It's not a big problem. Yeah, if you don't take out enough, just come back. I mean, I just know how much I'm going to be spending across my accounts, but it might be slightly different on yours. But like I say, across 3 accounts has always been the same for me, so it's a good chance it's going to be the same amount. Yeah, and see the metal set, 750 all in one cargo item. Yeah, 750 metals. This, like I said in the previous video, where you can squeeze more than you normally can into one piece of cargo. But like I say, it doesn't make that actual cargo item bigger, it just makes it so you can squeeze a bit more in. And you can normally squeeze just below what 2 of them types of cargo can normally hold. Yeah, so for example, a large can probably hold only 200 kilos each, so you can probably cram 200 and 190 into one of them. Obviously the extra large can cram 400 metals, 400 kilos of metals, so you can probably get 790 of them. As you saw there, I had 750. So yes, make sure you got enough, guys. Remember, if you took out 2,000 ceramics and 2,000 metals earlier, then now take out 2,800 ceramics and 2,200 metals, and that should be enough. Can come over to Data Scientist. I'm going to save the game and switch it to casual difficulty if you have not already. Yeah, switch it to casual and then reload if it doesn't already, but it should do anyway. Normally when you change difficulty, it reloads. That's why I always make a save just beforehand, so it's not going to put you too far back. Take out both of these orders, order 26 and standard order 402. So main order 26 and standard order 402. Yep, and then let's head out.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Yeah, you can check lost cargo as well. Yeah, materials. Yeah, I'm going to take them crystals, and if you do need more metals, you can take them out here in ceramics. There won't be many here, but if you don't get a chance to take out everything because you don't have enough space, you can just grab it on your way back. Yeah, we're going to do this recovery order. That standard order we're going to do now, and then we're going to come back here before we go and do order 26, because order 26 has a bit of combat involved. So I just want to get rid of all these materials and get our gear ready. And we're going to take a bike as well. Right, so once you're ready, keep an eye out for any cargo along the way, guys, for Data Scientists, because we're going to be looping back in a second. Yeah, this lost cargo for Data Scientists normally spawns when you take on that main order. Yeah, once that main order 26 becomes in progress, that's normally when that cargo spawns for Data Scientist. Right, so grab that piece of lost cargo, continue up this hill, and do the second road paver of this video. Yeah, so there'll be one more after this. Like I say, if you don't have enough, you can just come back and grab some more. Or if you need to, make a trip over to the mine near the government base, like I said, get some more ceramics, guys, and then come back. Right, so that's that road done. Now, there should be a lost cargo for Data Scientist in the middle of this hill, where we are now. Yeah, so it's like this hill along the top, you find some lost cargo for Data Scientist in the middle. And then we need to go down the bottom, where you're going to find more lost cargo. Yeah, keep scanning, and like I said, it's kind of near the middle. There it is. Yeah, that's been in the same place for all of my accounts that I've been playing on. So I think lost cargo is always in the same place. I mean, lost cargo just kind of change who it's for as you collect it, or as you advance the story, or as time passes, or orders you complete. I'm not entirely sure, But yeah, lost cargo location is normally always the same. It can just change who that lost cargo is for. I think it's like I say, it's kind of random or depends on time pass or whatnot. But yeah, at this time, taking that order, it will always be for data scientist when you first come up here, straight after taking main order 26. And it's that third road paver. As you can see, quite expensive still. So yeah, it's going to rebuild this one now. I think I just have enough. I have a little bit more. I'm surprised. I thought it was going to be very tight. Yeah, but I have like 100 or 200 left. Right, so once you've done that, we're just going to run down here and grab this cargo. Just because coming down in the truck and driving back up, this is probably a bit easier. Just running down here, grabbing it quickly. Yeah, that cargo there, guys, for data scientist. Just scan so you can see where it is, come down, and then sprint back up the hill. Yeah, drive down if you want to. I just find it a bit quicker just to run down. Right, back in your truck. Now, we're going to go over to that order which is nearby. Not the one in the mule camp. This one which is kind of back on yourself a bit. We've crafted all the roads now. So once done this order, we can dump our truck and take a bike. Yes, this lost cargo here, it's very fragile if I remember. So try not to fall down too high or hit anything at too high speed because you'll damage it. Yes, there's 4 pieces here, or is it? Yeah, 4. So you got 1 on that top of that rock. You got 1 on the ground at the bottom. Yes, down there. My sticky cannon's going to grab that one for me. There it is. Or is that lost cargo? Yeah, and then you got these 2 on these 2 rocks. But one of them, you can't actually, you have to jump to that rock or use a ladder or make a coral bridge like somebody has done. But with the boost skeleton, guys, you can jump across if you plan it right. Just be very careful. What you might want to do is make a quick save. So if you do full, or you kind of get the cargo and then full and damage it, you can just reload and try again. Yeah, so you jump across here, and there is the lost cargo. You don't have to drop down. If you get near it and press triangle, you should be able to grab it. There you go. Now save your game here, so in case you mess up this jump, you can just reload it, guys, and prevent the damage on your cargo. Yeah, make a quick save. There we go. Jump across, and we made it. Yeah, if you mess it up, guys, just reload and try again. Grab that other piece of lost cargo. Oh, sorry, that's the cargo for the order. Yeah, you should have all pieces now for the order. Make sure you've got all the pieces and that lost cargo which was nearby. Then once you've got them all, go down the hill and then go left back to the data scientist. There should be 1 more piece of lost cargo on the way. Yes, that piece just there. We'll grab that one as well. That's it. I think that's the last piece around these parts on the way back. Yeah, right. We'll continue on to the data scientist. Get rid of this truck, guys, and complete that standard order. And we can actually drop its story difficulty now if you want to, if you don't have any other standard orders in progress. Yeah, it just makes the combat section coming up a little bit easier. But first, of course, you want to deliver the standard order. Yeah, hopefully it gets an S rank. We're going to get 10 standard orders on recovery and delivery types way before we get 10 on elimination. Yeah, we will be going back to Mexico. I'm going to try to go back to Mexico, guys, after unlocking the coffin board. Just complete a bunch of orders there, do some elimination missions, and of course, level up, then prep us to get more unlocks. Yeah, so deliver that. Hopefully got an S rank. Yeah, it can hold 1 or 2 pieces back as normal, just in case she gets locked. But I don't think she gets locked on level 3. Yeah, she goes straight through level 3. Yeah, in this combat encounter coming up, we're going to be taking out every single enemy. Right, so we've done that. Deliver the order. Yeah, make sure you've got the AI camo equipped. AI camo. You can equip that hat if you want to, because it increases your stamina. Gives you better stamina regain, I believe. And any materials you left here, guys, you can now lob them in your truck. Yeah, because now we're going to make our way back over to DHV. Get rid of the truck, guys. Get a motorbike. And take out that silenced rifle we made earlier. And the sniper rifle. Yeah, because we pushed her over level 3 as well, of course we got some more materials for her storage. You can check if there's any lost cargo as well to put in the DH3. Remember, lost cargo for the Northern Environmental Observatory, Hartman, Architect, the Dowser, F2 South Depot, Inventor, West Fort Knot. Yeah, you can check if there's any lost cargo for them. If there is, you can actually put it in the private locker, because we're going to be coming back to scientists before we go over to them. Yeah, we'll go data scientist, Hartman, Architect, North Environmental Observatory, F2 South Depot, the Dowser, then back to Hartman, and then back to data scientist, and then over to the Motherhood. Like I say, that's going to be the next 3 videos after this. We're going to be making that journey. Yeah, journey 16, 17, and 18 is going to be split between all them depots, making a long journey back to F2, then back to the Motherhood. Basically, doing like a little loop. Yes, I'm going to take out a bike. Yeah, got long range bike there. Right, let's get our weapons ready. So remember, silenced assault rifle, tranquilizer sniper rifle, of course. If you've got a silenced one because you've upgraded a Lone Ranger, not a Lone Ranger, but I'm sure you know what a prepper I mean. Yeah, if you get him up to level 5, it unlocks a silenced sniper rifle. So yes, you can take out 2 sniper rifles because you might run out of ammo with just one. Take out a silenced assault rifle. You might want to take 2 of them as well. That's it, and that's basically all you need, guys. There will be a lot of enemies here, but we are going to rest as well to make it night time, because it makes them harder to detect you. Yeah, but you can check if you've got any lost cargo for the Motherhood, which I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. But if you can look in your share locker as well, any more cargo for the North Environmental Observatory, Architect, Hartman, the Dowser, F2 South Depot, West Fort Knot, or the Inventor, you can put them in your private locker ready to take out later. Right, and save your game and change it to story difficulty. Yeah, providing there's no standard orders in progress. Yeah, save your game and change your story. Right, let's do it. So of course, like I said, I'm just going to change it to nighttime. You don't have to go down to your private room to change it to nighttime, by the way. You can just hold square to sit down on the spot wherever you are outside. Wait a moment, then once you sat down, you get a prompt to go to sleep. When you go to sleep, it advances time to either nighttime or morning, obviously depending where you currently are at the moment. If it's morning, you advance time to night, and if it's night, you advance time to morning. But if you come down here, and you'll get another cutscene, guys. So the option to this is the option on the right, the L shape. Yeah, so the option to that, the answer is the answer on the right, the L shape. Yeah, put the right choice and you'll get that new decal, guys, for your vehicle. Once back at the top, guys, and it's night time, right, let's do it. So yeah, get on your bike. We've crafted the 3 roads. We've done that quick standard order. We took all that lost cargo back to data scientist. Yes, and another thing I might start doing later as well, I don't quite do it here, but watchtowers come in very, very useful for marking all the enemies. You can mark all the enemies manually by holding L1 and just looking around with your scope, but it takes a long time to do so. But if you use a watchtower and just scan in that kind of direction, you will scan all the enemies really quick, and it's a really great way to mark all the enemies, guys. So you might want to bring a PCC level 1 with you as well to mark them. Or you might get lucky and see a watchtower. Yeah, if you put a watchtower right on the end of that cliff, which is coming down. Yeah, see that enemy camp ahead? You can scan all them and show all the enemies really quick. You'll mark them all, so you know where they all are, like mega quick. But as we come down here, guys, I'm going to make a quick save. Yeah, if you go too far forward, you might not be able to. Just back up a bit. Yeah, because if you go too far forward, you might be in the mule territory. Yeah, make a quick save, guys, in case you mess this up. Yeah, make a quick save. That's it. Come across this river. It's not too deep, as you can see. It's quite easy to come across. Right, when you're on a vehicle, it just triggers the enemies really easily. They'll hear the noise, it's really loud, and they'll come to investigate. But if you drive up here, there'll be this tall grass. When you're in tall grass, it makes it very, very hard for enemies to see you. And if you come up here a bit more, there'll be more tall grass, and this is where I'm going to kill all the enemies from. Sorry, not kill them. I'm going to knock them out. Remember, we're never going to kill enemies. If I ever say kill, I mean knock them out. Right, so from here, you can use your silenced assault rifle to kill any which are knockout enemy, which are close by. Yeah, a few will come to your location just because they'll hear something, or obviously they'll see you knocking out the other enemies. They won't all. Most of them will kind of stay in their place, but some will come for you. Yes, here's another one. If you hit them in the head, you'll knock them out quicker. Yeah, they can use sniper rifle to take out the enemies which are further away. Because they're in the grass, they're not going to be able to see you. Yeah, they'll hear you, but they will not be able to see you because you're in the grass. Yeah, the reason we want to try to remain undetected is because we want to get stealth points and combat points. If you knock out the enemies and they're aware of you, you will not get stealth points anymore, just combat. But if you stealth knock them out, you get stealth points and combat points. So you kind of double your points. And if you remain undetected, of course, you get another bonus as well for being undetected. Yeah, so they can hear you shooting, of course, because that sniper rifle is not silenced. To be honest, having it silenced, not silenced, sorry, might be a good idea because obviously it's bringing all the enemies to you, well, most of them. And it kind of makes them easy to shoot. I mean, I missed them a few times, but yeah, because they're a bit closer, they are a bit easy to shoot. And each one of them guys, like I say, they'll just stay where they normally are. They'll not move forward. Right, so there should be a few more up here. There's normally one or two messing about in a vehicle. And like I say, try to stay in the grass, because they can actually see from really far away once they hear you shoot that sniper rifle. But if you're in the grass, they can't. Yep, and they will try to wake up their teammates. So if you see any go over to like a unconscious enemy, they might be getting ready to wake them up, so try to knock them out quickly before they do that. Yeah, but you can use them as bait, so I can knock out one enemy nearby, and when the others go to wake them up, knock them out as well. Yeah, they're kind of hidden. But yes, that's it. Enemy base neutralized. As soon as you see that message, you're free to make as much noise as you want to. Right, and what we want to take out is this BB pod. And we should find some lost cargo as well for the data scientist. Yeah, there's one piece in here normally, and one piece in another locker. So yes, take that out for the data scientist and the architect. We'll deliver that to them later. Yeah, like I said, we are going to be coming back to data scientist later, so no need to take it right now. Yeah, no need to take it right now. Just take it on, you guys, and we'll deliver it in probably the next video. Yeah, you got this locker as well. This locker also has a lost cargo for data scientist normally. Yes, there we go. Secret pizza sauce. Right, that's pretty much all we wanted. We got BB pod, we took out all the enemies in stealth. Got a bit of lost cargo for data scientist and the architect. Yeah, now continue across this bridge and we're going to make our way across the desert. When you are driving along the desert, just be very careful. There's not really any stones you can hit, but there's a lot of hills which very sharply go up and then they suddenly drop down. So be very careful. It's quite easy to damage your cargo if you drive over the tip of a hill too fast. Yeah, so just be very careful with that. And the reason I'm driving to the right of the destination is because I want to scan this monorail arm ready for later. You don't really need to do it now. We can actually do it later on the way to the mechanic, because it's probably actually closer to him. But yeah, I'm just doing it now. Yeah, see that monorail? That's it. I'm just scanning it. And yeah, watch out for them little tiny trees because you'll damage your cargo like I just did. Yeah, and once I've scanned that monorail, I'm going to carry on to the objective marker. Yeah, so this will be in the Mother Hut. There's going to be a hot spring here, so we can get a trophy in the next video for sitting in the hot spring and admiring the night sky. Yep, and another thing you need to be aware of, guys, is when you complete these next few story objectives, your DHV is going to be unable to fast travel for quite a long time. Yeah, the next 3 videos or so, we're not going to be able to use the DHV, guys. So if there's anything you want to do, do it before delivering this cargo and going through the next story cutscenes. You can, if you want, to deliver this cargo or leave it at the private locker in the Mother Hut, so you don't actually have to complete the mission now. Yeah, just leave it in the private locker in the Motherhood if you do want to be warping around a little bit in the DHV. But we're not going to be building anything in the next few videos. It's just going to be making a long journey and going from prepper to prepper, delivering cargo, take out a few enemies, guys, and then coming back. You're not going to be building anything. And here you have to put in your birthday. So your birthday you picked when you first started the game.
I did it, Sam.
Yes, and this way you'll find it if you forgot. So you come into your SSS, go onto your gameplay statistics, and onto your activity records. Yeah, gameplay statistics in your SSS activity records. You see there, it says birthday. Yeah, on the first screen of the activity records. Press square, and it will make your birthday appear, whatever you picked. Yeah, see there, it's the fourth thing from the top. Yeah, birthday, press square, and it will show it. To be honest, the quickest thing to pick is 1111 at the start of the game. That's what speedrunners are going to be picking. I tell you, speedrunners are going to be picking 1111 for their birthday, so they can just type in 1111 really quick. I had to do 0101. So yes, that's where you find out your birthday, guys. Type it in to unlock this door, carry forward, and deliver this cargo. Like I say, if you want to go anywhere in the DHV, probably put it in the private locker, guys. Go and do what you need to do, and then come back once you're ready to continue with the story. It's not delivering this cargo which makes the DHV becomes inactive. It's actually going through the door afterwards. Yeah, look at all them points we got. So the order only gave like 230, but we've got like over 1000 due to all the combat and stealth points. Look at that. We've got 440 stealth, 440 threat, and 220 for being undetected. Get a lot of points from that one. Yeah, that order gives you a lot of points, guys, if you can take out a lot of enemies. Yeah, the cap is probably about 500, but because there's only 11 enemies, we couldn't really get any more. But when we come back through that camp later, it's going to be 14 enemies. Yeah, got a nice chunk of points there for stealth. That's nice. Yep, so once you're ready, guys, to go to that backroom. Like I say, once you interact with that backroom panel, that's going to trigger a bunch of cutscenes, and the DHV is going to become inactive, as you just saw there from that text on screen. Right, and that'll be it for part 15, guys. So yeah, part 16, 17, and 18, it's going to be a long trek, making our way back to F2 to get the story order, but also to deliver a lot of cargo along the way, just build up some preppers as we make our journey over there. So yes, thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you on part 16 tomorrow.